Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to the video. If you're new here, my name's Ellis, aka Ellis the Kid, and today we're checking out the A58 Wireless guitar system by Xvive. So I've been using this for a little while now. I'm going to show you what comes in the box, how it performs, and then most importantly, is it worth your money? So yeah, let's get into it. Looking at the box, looking at the packaging, we've got the A58 wireless system visualized at the front. We've got some features labeled there. We've got the A58 guitar wireless system on the side. And we've got a list of features and specifications there on the back as well. And we'll get into those in a minute. Opening the box up, we've got a manual, a booklet, which kind of just highlights other Xvive products. They've got quite a long list of things, but I'll leave a link to the Xvive website in my description for you to check them out yourself. I noticed that some people also receive stickers in their box. Upon looking at it once again, yeah, I got the stickers too. I thought I didn't initially. So yeah, you've got some Xvive stickers there. We also get a nice looking case, a pretty sturdy case. Opening this up, you get a transmitter and a receiver and a Y USB charging cable. So we've got one cable which can charge both of the devices. So essentially you've got everything that you need to operate the device, store it, use it, carry it, which for products like this, it's always greatly appreciated when companies go that extra mile. Speaking of the actual build, feeling the devices, they both feel very lightweight. The casing around the transmitter and the receiver is plastic, but it doesn't feel like it's cheap. It's got a little bit of weight to it. Doesn't feel like it could easily break. It's nothing super premium, but it feels decent enough. Yeah, the key thing there is that it doesn't feel cheap, and that's important. You've got a 1/4" jack on both the receiver and the transmitter. It's compatible with pretty much every type of guitar there is. They pretty much all use. I don't want to say all because there will be that awkward guitar which is powered by a banana. Most modern day guitars this will be compatible with, and it rotates 280 degrees, which is helpful if you're using different guitars and different body types. If you leave it like this, you're susceptible to having it rotate when you're using it. But what I like to do is I like to plug it in and then bend it on towards the guitar body. The fact that it's made of plastic means it's not going to damage your guitar body, whereas a metal transmitter may scratch up your guitar body. So there's a benefit to that. I think the only downside to this is that it's a moving part, and moving parts wear down over time, and therefore this rotating mechanism here over a very long time, very long-term use could eventually wear down, especially when we compare it to other devices like the Boss WL20 where they have just a fixed jack. Now we have 6 channels that are available to us, which again should be more than enough. If you're playing a gig scenario of guitar players, then you've got options when it comes to selecting the cleanest channel. Now in terms of operating the devices, it's pretty simple to use. You got an on-off switch on both units. On the receiver you have a channel/scan button, and then on the transmitter you've got a channel/mode. Plugging it in is dead simple. You plug the transmitter into your guitar and the receiver into your amp. Both are appropriately labeled, so it's easy to see what's what. It connects automatically and it just works straight out the box. Charging the device is pretty simple. It comes with a Y USB cable, so you can charge both units at the same time. So getting into the specs now. Now the big thing about the A58 is that it uses a 5.8 gigahertz frequency band rather than 2.4 gigahertz. What that essentially means in plain English is that it's less likely to pick up interference from Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and other wireless devices, which can be extremely useful if you're playing a gig and there are multiple wireless devices in use. In terms of the range, we've got 5 milliseconds of ultra low latency up to 100 feet range. Now 5 milliseconds is extremely good. It's not the best. There are other devices within this price bracket which offer less, but you won't notice 5 milliseconds at all. It's subject to absorption of the signal, so if you're playing through walls or if there are objects in the way, that can affect the latency. You can surpass that 100 feet range and still get the signal come through. There'll just be higher latency, but to be able to move up to 100 feet with super low latency should be more than enough that you need, especially if you're playing on a stage. Now to people that don't operate in feet, that's roughly around 30 meters. If you're running further than 30 meters from the receiver, then you should probably stop that. We've also got 5 hours of battery life, which is enough for standard gigs and rehearsals. For me, when I've used it for rehearsals, we don't really rehearse for more than 2 hours at a time. Studio sessions, they could potentially go on for about 2 to 4 hours, sometimes 12, but you know, at that point we're not expected to run a marathon. For it being what it is, a wireless guitar system, it's more of a convenience item when it comes to bedroom playing and studio playing in sessions. It's almost a necessity when it comes to playing gigs, just to give you freedom. If you're playing multiple gigs or longer festivals, then you may need a day in between to recharge. Now in terms of the frequency response, you've got a range of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, you know, which is absolutely more than you need when it comes to playing guitar and bass. You don't get any weird roll off. Any sort of roll off that you do get will probably be on frequencies that you'd cut off anyway in terms of low end and high end. So you've got a decent frequency range. No real difference compared to plugging directly in via a cable. There's no weird compression, no noticeable loss in tone or any weird interference going on. It's also compatible with both passive and active pickups. The device also operates at 48 kilohertz audio with a signal loss ratio of 110 dB. And what that essentially means is that the audio stays really clean with no audible hissing or background noise. Now, in terms of other devices and the bang for your buck versus other entry to mid-level devices such as the Boss WL20 or Donna DWS series, the A58 really does hold its own. The 5.0 gigahertz frequency range really does give you a slight edge if you're playing in areas of a lot of 2.4 gigahertz traffic. So who's this for? So if you're a gigging guitarist, a home player, or if you just want freedom without cables or breaking the bank, then the A58 is definitely worth a look. But from my personal perspective, the pros are that it's super easy to use. There's no tone loss. You've got a good range. It's compact and light. The cons, the battery's fine. It's not crazy long, as I mentioned earlier, and the build is primarily plastic. So if you're rough with your equipment, it's probably not the best. Compared to something like the Boss WL20, the A58 is cheaper. The Boss has better battery life, but the A58 wins in terms of frequency stability. So if you're playing smaller gigs, home sessions, studio sessions, then the A58 is perfectly viable. If you're doing huge sets or all-day performances, then you may want to look at an alternative. Overall, for the price point, the A58 does exactly what it should do. If you just want a no-fuss, plug-and-play wireless device without dropping hundreds, then this is absolutely worth checking out. All right, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this video for the A58 review. If you have any questions or thoughts of your own, leave a comment down below. If you got any value out of this video, please consider dropping a like. If you want to see more videos like this and gear reviews, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I'll be doing gear reviews on a regular basis. If you want to stay connected, drop me a follow on social media. You can find me at EllisTheKid on TikTok and Instagram. All right, guys, that's all from me for this video. Until the next one, take it easy, and I'll catch you all soon.